So this is very amazing because, like I said, on Japan Day with a piece of paper in my hand, big letters that said Japan with Maximilian Kolbe, the Polish missionary to Nagasaki, St. Paul, sister of Nagasaki. I find the circular mirror outside of the cathedral while I have that paper in my hand. And then there's the Jacob's Ladder going through circular mirror monuments on Capitol Hill. And after I made that video about how the fire alarms went off after I spoke to my counselor about the dead Kennedys and from Burnt Popcorn, and the day I spoke to Ethel Kennedy and the fire alarms going off, I returned home from making that video, and the fire alarms are actually going off for whatever reason I don't know here at the St. Christopher's. Okay, and I was given a circular mirror. It's actually a lot of those. It's actually green colors, but they don't appear that way because of the lighting, I guess. But green, like jade. And then, but the heart actually looks kind of like it could pass for yellow. You know, Queen Esther, her name actually, they say, you know, it translates to green, or they say she was green, which doesn't make sense exactly. But Hindu deities are oftentimes green. It's a sign of divinity. But this is interesting. I found this Old Spice night panther. The night panther is only seen at night, they say. Okay, it's an animal that's only seen at night. Obviously, it probably doesn't exist. But you know, I noticed the thunderbolts. Okay. Diocletian means glory of Zeus. Zeus is the thunder god. And right here it says, somebody taped this to this. Because somebody taped the exact same thing that was on the circular mirror family dollar.
It's a sign of the German the Adolf Hitler's military. Two of them, his thunderbolts are sign of the SS.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So the thunderbolt here as well, and then I had sorry, I just have to make these YouTube short. That's the only reason. Yeah, because of the thunderbolts, because of the are significant. Yeah, I know. I just this phone, like, very low memory, so I gotta make this really quick. Anyway, so lots of really interesting jewelry here, linked to the princess, because
I am a princess.
Yes, a princess. This is the May Day girl. May is dedicated to the month of Mary. And Lee means meadow, and Lee holds just under Category 5 status. Lee was a hurricane, a cyclone recently. That's called a divine wind, okay? That's what caused the greatest naval victory in the history of the world. The greatest naval disaster that saved Japan twice was the greatest 140,000 Mongolian soldiers, okay? The number... A much larger number than Genghis Khan used to conquer 40% of the world were destroyed by a divine wind and typhoons and, you know, stuff like that. So the Lee hurricane, when this happened, Category 5 status, and 5 being a V, and how the Morse code that is oftentimes, you know, on the Statue of Liberty, which is a kind of a jade color, they mentioned V for victory, and I saw Meadow Jade throwing up the V for victory signs, but also she was born on the 5th of the month, so
no,
5.
17th.
Well,
May 17th.
May 17th is your, yeah.
No raising any plants.
Yeah, and so this woman that I'm with right now with this jewelry, she was born 5/17, okay? I moved into room 517, 17th room on the 5th floor. The day 17 died, 17 are injured. It was called higher ground, so those 17 Parkland angels just went on to their higher ground. They moved on to a higher place, and they've been changing my life and revolutionizing things ever since, you know. And pearls, I had just, Marjorie is in the, Marjorie is like Margaret, the birthday of Margaret Sanger. I found that circular mirror, the first one, and Margaret means pearl, okay, like, and then there was Pearl Harbor, the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, at Capitol Hill next to the circular mirror anyways. There's the gun that sank the first Japanese submarine at Pearl Harbor. The reason the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor was because Matthew Perry showed up at Japan saying that we were going to colonize them and firing cannons. They hadn't heard cannons, so then they started to, in the year 1919, when Mussolini discovered the fascist party, they began their expansion called the Inca boom of the rising sun, okay? The Empire of the Sun. And jewelry is often found, especially green jewelry, on the Amaterasu, the sun divinity, and she wears the sun crown. And the Statue of Liberty.
I also have a lot of money, the cameos as well. Yeah,
the Statue of Liberty, you know, like, you know, she wears like crowns kind of like this, or like what you see with the Statue of Liberty. The
Oh
Statue
yeah.
of Liberty has 7 rays, and then
I will be on that. Yeah.
and then there's this cult Q Centus. Q means 17, okay, and it's called Q Anon, and Anon means coming soon, okay. Well, the movie Anon actually came out in 2018 later when the year that Meadow died was 2018, but she didn't die actually. So Andrew wrote the book Why Meadow Died, and I am trying to write through these YouTubes why Meadow is still alive. I mean, this is actually it's her way of speaking to me, okay? Because okay, this pink flamingo, pink is her color, and you see these unicorns. I was just thinking earlier today, Meadow Jade. There's the donkey that Jesus rode as the Messiah into Jerusalem. I thought, Ephraim was the bull, the Taurus, like Hirohito, but he's also seen as a unicorn, and unicorns are actually mentioned in the scriptures. So if she rode on a unicorn, that would be pretty damn cool. And also, the unicorn is like this really dangerous creature in the scriptures, and it's said that only a female can tame a unicorn, and usually it has to be like a very innocent female or a virgin.
Yeah, they're protecting me in some way.
It's something that
No, it's weird that they're protection on me. I know that.
Yeah, but your birthday,
Why do you think I keep them there? No, they're protecting me. I've got them for Chrissy Lynn, but Chrissy Lynn made me want to sell them now. She has a dream catcher with these colorful feathers going on with the dream catcher with the she didn't want to sell it.
There's a heart for Valentine's Day. A heart that is a sacred stone. Okay, and most of all, now that does look satanic right there, but the 5-pointed star is on the Ethiopian flag where the Ptolemaic dynasty was too. The 5-pointed star can represent the North Star, and right there we have the 6-pointed star of David too, and on the back of that is a ribbon, which is I saw on the back of a lady's butt today. It's called what now? A Christmas ribbon?
That's a Christmas candle, yeah.
Well, this ribbon, this is the symbol for.
Why? I should hope you don't have to get something satanic coming at you.
No, this is interesting though. Oh yeah, and then Leah was the personification of the moon. Meadow is the meaning of Leah, and then we got the moon next to the star. Okay, and then we got the star of David. That's so interesting. And she was from her dad was from where David Berkowitz came from, and David Berkowitz, son of Sam. King David was the son of Samuel, the prophet. Yeah. And
I thought he was.
Candy canes. Okay, I literally saw the female Vatican. They wore the Red Sox, like the Boston Red Sox, where Massachusetts, where John F. Kennedy came from. But look at this, Sonoma. I looked at what that name means. Sonoma.
Yeah.
I wish has something to do with. Okay, no, it means something about the moon. Okay, but I can't remember the exact meaning now. It is related to the moon. I wish I remember exactly what it said though, because it was very relevant. But Candy Cane Lane, Candy Cane. Okay, so Cain was exiled east of Eden. Okay, Cain was the one who killed Abel, but he didn't go to prison. And he didn't go to hell, and he was actually protected because there's more to the there's actually more to the story than we might realize. Cain was a farmer, and Abel was into blood sacrifice and domestication of animals, whereas Cain
was a fucking family man.
Yeah, see, Cain was protected by kind of like the female confraternity of queens, like the mother. God made man and woman in his image, okay? And so the female divinity favored Cain because he was Babel, the city of Babel was to unite everyone and create peace, unite all the religions and unite all of the nations, okay? And God divided them all by giving them all a bunch of different languages so that they would turn on each other, and also, creating a master race.
Why would you want that?
Yeah, exactly. So Cain actually had reasons for for trying to save,
stop our heritage.
Yeah, Cain was trying to prevent Abel from becoming a slave to this male deity, and he preferred his deity. So what he did was he murdered his brother. And when he said, "Am I my brother's keeper?" Well, he was mocking God because God tempted Eve with the forbidden fruit, let the serpent come in and tempt her, and then he gave her the death penalty and labor pains to all kinds of women. And he said something very similar to what Cain said, am I my brother's keeper? Well, God should have been the keeper of that garden, and he should have been there to protecting Eve.